Welcome to this video tutorial series about the new feature that we implemented for Jevero for the version 2019.0. In this video, we are going to cover some new workflows that we have implemented for boundary creation and manipulation. Let's start from the new way of creating boundary that we have implemented. We received feedback that our boundary creation for a certain case was not as efficient as our user wanted to be. So we implemented a new way to create boundaries sequentially, meaning if we go here to the boundary creation, you will see that on the right mouse button we have a new tool for creating boundaries sequentially. If we activate it, we can start selecting the line, and as soon as we select the second line, we will see that some arrows will appear on our boundary. That is the direction of the boundary, and we need to follow that direction to create the new boundary. If I click, I always have to pick a line that is intersecting my current boundary so that the tool will know how to proceed with the boundary creation. So if, for example, we go here, you see that automatically all the lines that I would like to have are selected. And now that I am at the end of my boundary, you will see that there are some leftover lines from the initial selection, but if we accept with enter, the lines are automatically removed and I have my boundary here created. Let's delete this and do it again. We go over our boundary tool, we right click and we start selecting our line. We have to pick line sequentially. We cannot pick lines that are not connected, unlike the other tool that is still available on our boundary icon. So if here we can do a lot of stuff. We can create our boundary very quickly, picking the line that we need, but we need to create a boundary as if we are drawing it with a pen without ever removing it from the paper. So we need to pick the line sequentially. When we're done, we accept either with the right mouse button or the enter key, and the boundary is closed. Another tool that I want to show you is the possibility of unfolding a boundary. This is particularly useful whenever you are creating something for the lateral and then you want to unfold it and open it up as if you're doing it with paper pattern. In this case, let's open up and unfold this toe cap. Let's cascade the boundary menu, and here there is the unfold boundary tool. When I select it, I select the boundary I want to unfold, and then I need to select on which line I want to unfold. I select this line and the boundary is unfolded. As you can see, some mirror lines are automatically generated and the boundary is moved on those mirror lines. Let's do it again. Let's create a boundary always here, and let's cascade the boundary menu, go to unfold, select my object, select the line I want to unfold onto, and then the boundary is unfolded. Another thing that I can do now is if I want to replace a line, I can do that very quickly. I can go to my boundary menu, select replace line, select the boundary, select the old line from the lines that are generating this boundary, and select a new line. And the boundary and everything that is connected to that line is moved to the new line. For example, here we also have the mirror line that has been moved to the new line. Let's do it back. Let's cascade the boundary menu, replace, select the boundary, select the old line, select the new one. Now we have our toe cap back as it was before. The last tool that we have been introduced in the last release is the possibility of automatically adding notches to a boundary. Say that we want to add all these notches to this boundary I just selected. We can do that by cascading our boundary menu, click on Add Notches, and automatically the notches are added. If we go back, delete this boundary, redo it. Now we can either pre-select, or we can click on our tool, select our boundary, and automatically the notches are added to the boundary. And this is it for the boundary tool that we have added in our latest release.